Hey everybody, this is Dr. Lil on Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. And I know I haven't been live in a minute, been traveling, trying to work on the new legislation that some of you know we were a part of called the Pro Se Legal Abuse Prevention Act. And we got a couple states, can't say the states right now, that are interested in helping us carry this narrative. So it's been a lot going on, all good. There's been some things regarding our cases, both New Jersey and the California case that some of you know. It's a little mix up things that's going on. Nonetheless, we're not pressed by any of it. We're actually encouraged that the fight is on, right? But at the end of the day, justice will prevail because justice fights for itself. Today, I wanted to keep in front of you just that, everybody, so that you can know what you need to know when it comes down to what's going on with our cases and the fact that justice will be served. So I think in regard to the New Jersey case, we'll keep you updated with that. There are some different elements that have changed. There's some other elements that are being worked on, and there is some behind the scenes stuff, everybody. So just stay tuned because I know that some of you have been asking what's the latest. Y'all know this is a long, drawn out process. There's quite a few parties involved. There's other elements going on. There is the meeting of the minds, pretty much. And then your California case, I mean, the California case is really kind of interesting. But I'm going to wait to talk about that as well because there is a little mix up with that in terms of who's doing what and why. So, nonetheless, it's all good, everybody, because no matter what somebody's doing, as long as God's doing what he's doing, I'm good. So, we're going to keep you updated. Don't worry, you'll get updated on real things that are happening. Some stuff you really don't want to talk too much about because you're not sure what path you're going, right? So, you kind of wait until that's sure and then you talk about it. You don't talk about it beforehand, right? So, the first thing I wanted to do today was to talk a little bit about a few people, a few cases out there that are influencing, I think, the community, and I want us to keep it in front of us. And one of them is Demoree. Demoree is Deorei Perez's daughter, and we've talked about her already in a video. And I'm talking about her again because I want to keep it in front of everybody. I want everybody to keep seeing what the inside corruption stuff looks like. And in her case, she believes her mother, Deorei Perez, who works for Roc Nation, who owned it, what have you, used the resources to navigate something very petty, very narcissistic, and very nasty towards her daughter. So, nonetheless, that's being put in front of you over and over again so y'all can see what people do to get what they want. And I'm hoping that one day we're going to get some folk, some people who are going to work for their money with integrity. I'm just hoping that you can feed your kids and yourself with dignity and respect. I'm just hoping. So I want to display this video. I want to play just a couple inserts, not much. I'm not going to be on here long. Y'all know I'm not the long-winded. I want you to get in and get out. I want to keep this in front of everybody so people can understand what's going on with some of our peoples. And this young man here is going to be talking about just that. And then there's another video I want to deal with Demoree that I think you all should keep your eyes on because we are dealing with a community case. Our case is a community case, and it is what it is. I'm gonna do the other type of sharing. I think I found this one to be more effective for me. This one I like I think I like this when it's side by side. Yeah, everybody. So yeah, at any rate, let's listen in to see what he's talking about. And this is a piggyback on what she's already said to Maury. And then I want to go to another video that she's done. And I want to keep her in the forefront so y'all can see somebody's daughter in the so-called high place. It ain't a real high place for real, but it's a place that's higher than the normal, okay? But the quality of the highness, the quality, right? And what the purpose is. All that means something. So let's play a couple pieces of this and then we'll talk about it.
Video on this Roc Nation lawsuit involving Deorei Perez. We covered how her daughter is currently suing her and Roc Nation because the daughter is alleging that Deorei Perez used her influence and connections and network.
Hold on a second, y'all. I don't know whether I put the sound on. I don't think I did. Let me just try it again because I don't think I did. I don't think I did, y'all. I didn't remember hitting it because it's over here. So we're going to try it again. And that's the way we do around here.
To basically torment her life. In our last video on this Roc Nation lawsuit involving Deorei Perez, we covered how her daughter is currently suing her and Roc Nation because the daughter is alleging that Deorei Perez used her influence and connections and network through Roc Nation to basically torment her life, get her institutionalized 4 times using lies, manipulating people, bribing people, and using her network of people to essentially control her. She would also claim that she got her husband locked up 6 times on false pretenses. The police will confirm that the husband's arrest was under false pretenses and they apologized. And she will claim this is all being done because she wouldn't leave her husband after Deorei Perez asked her to leave her husband.
Welcome back. It's called the Baker Act. Under state law, people can be forced into a facility for a mental health evaluation if, among other reasons, they are a danger to themselves or others.
But in a new lawsuit, a South Florida woman says that she was held in mental institutions for nearly 2 weeks for no legitimate reason. And she shared body camera video that she says proves her case and raises questions about how this law meant to protect people can be implemented. NBC6 investigative reporter Amy Batteri takes a closer look.
Okay, so we kind of already did that before. And again, we're trying to show you these videos for you to keep this stuff in front of you. I'm not going to shove it down your throat, but I'm going to shove it down your throat, right? I want you to know that we are not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. There's a pool of us out there, and we've pulled together in different places of the country, both political people and the community, so that we cannot let anybody do stuff such as this to anybody for reasons that, quite frankly, is just sick. How low can you go? There's some people go very low. I get it. But at the end of the day, I want to keep Demoree in front of the cameras, if you will, because she's a prime example of what it looks like for somebody's daughter to go through something that we know is really not that great. Now, this is another video I want you guys to watch, and we're going to have it in the chat. And the reason why we want you to look at this is because now Demoree is being able to explain some things in her own words. So I want to go to that and let you see that. And I think I'm just trying to keep certain things in front of you. Just keep it in front of you guys, because keeping it in front of you helps. So this is a video of Demoree Hatley, Deorei Perez's daughter, talking about her. This is a continuation of the second pieces or third pieces of her original interview regarding detailed information and background information. So you need to go, if you want to talk about it, have the facts, everybody. But the whole point was she was a victim. That's the point, right? So at the end of the day, I wanted to play it so that you can see what she said, just some of the stuff as far as the background and being able to understand the contents of her story.
Most of you know that. And welcome to the Jaguar Wright Show. But more importantly, welcome to a really, really, really important conversation with a very amazing young woman that I'm enjoying getting to know. And even in the controversy of everything that's happening and going on regarding the case and regarding what's happening to her very real life and marriage, we wanted to take the time to make sure that everybody had all of the facts. There's been a lot of things that have been misled, misconstrued. And I decided, why not just open up the platform so you guys can hear it from Demoree herself.
That's right.
Because that's the most important thing. So often in these times, our voices are cut off, we're silenced, false voices are speaking louder than real ones. And everybody knows we stick to the real around here. So, hey, Demoree, welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well considering everything that has happened. Thank you for having me here today.
Well, thank you for reaching out. I consider it a big honor. Ever since I won Defender of Freedom, it's not just something that was given to me that I cherish. It's something that I want to use to do, God's work and really help people. So I want to thank you because you're going to be like the first interview that I'm doing since then. So This is a big deal. And there's so many people on the platform that I already know are going to jump behind your story and support it. So let's just
everybody. So
different reasons that I don't need to address here.
Family business.
Right, family business, right? I don't want to drag other people's business on here to respect my grandfather's history. But, you know, she had tension with my grandfather's partner who raised me, who I actually called mommy in Spanish. So as you can imagine, that rubbed her the wrong way. But again, this is somebody that
she's talking about her mom
at 9 months, right? Was feeding me, taking care of me, taking me to school with my grandfather.
First steps,
exactly.
Losing of the teeth. Yeah.
So I developed that bond and that love for her and obviously for my grandfather. And so at 13, you know, being forced to, okay, now I have my life together, come move with me. That's when the strain really started as a child and the trauma, because all I knew was my grandfather, which I call abuelo, and that's all I wanted to do is be with him. So that's kind of where the strain with her and I started, right? Because she forced me to move with her when she got her life together and with my siblings, obviously. And then it was just, that was the real beginning, but then it was just like.
So there was tension, but there wasn't like escalation, just tension.
It was just tension, debates, arguments. I'm very different than my siblings in the sense that.
How many siblings do you have?
Yes. So we're 5 from her. We all have different, we're 5. We all have different fathers. I have a 6th sister who's my stepfather's daughter. So we're 6 in total because I don't count her as like not my sister.
Yes.
So I would say we're 6 in total. And I would say I'm different in the sense since I was raised by my grandfather and he's a very independent, free thinker, doesn't conform, can't be controlled type of personality. That was the problem, because going from that for 13 years to then being under the same roof as somebody who's a Virgo, who's a narcissist, who feeds off control, as you can imagine, as a teenage young lady in high school, dealing with the trauma of my childhood, now coming into this environment, the personality differences, the rebuttals and things like that. So there was tension, there was arguments, there was problems, but it wasn't at the level that it is right now.
Right. So here she's talking about obviously her mother, Deorei Perez, and how her grandfather was taking care of her since she was 9 months old. The mother, Deorei, came back when she was 13, 14 and demanded she live with her. And she said by that time she had already developed her personality and who she was going to be. She had a grandfather who was independent, etc. And of course, you know, teenagers, sometimes you do clash with your parents. But if you have a parent that might have some other issues going on and some things, you know, that's not quite, you know, what we would call mature or motherly, it could be a problem. And then she fast forwards. So to go listen to the rest of the interview, she talks about how this thing with her husband, she's been with her husband since she was 14. Both of them met in high school. And he kind of was feeling that there was something going on towards him, you know, in the relationships or his relationship with her mother, but he wasn't for sure. So at any rate, go back and look at this interview. This is part 1. I'm going to leave the information in the link into my my description. And then there's other parts. And the point of this is because people are real victims. She's a real victim. She'll tell you. And she wants people to know, her husband too. And this is the same way with me and Rymir. And the reason why we're going to showcase different people who are being victimized, who are not going to be a victim forever, because we're going to stick together and fight in our own ways so that we don't have to go through this. We're going to do stuff to support each other, like this here and other avenues. And then, you know, we're doing legislation around the country. There is going to be a change. Whether somebody tries to continue to buy the system or do stuff that's fraudulent, it's going to end, right? It's going to end, everybody, because the community, the people will continue to fight for what's right. That's what we do. So the people that are doing what they do, you can't do that forever, because wrong don't stay around long. You try to keep it going, but it's going to bump into truth. It is. So this is Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil, and I wanted to come on to give this small segment on Demoree Hatley to give you an update on our cases and continue to keep you guys in the loop, and to let you all know we're thinking about you, we're praying for you, and we're doing something in the community. In spite of what people see, it's about who you know. And who you know is what's going to make a difference. So keep it real with Dr. Lil. We'll be back. We're going to try to be on a semi-regular so we can keep you up to breast on different things that we're trying to do to empower each other and the community. Everybody, that's what this is all about. It's all about trying to help somebody help themselves. All right. Thank you all so much. We look forward to talking to you soon. This is Keeping It Real with Dr. Lil. Bye, everybody.